Coming up, a major winter storm appears to be headed our way, and we will recap Governor Andy Beshear's State of the Commonwealth address.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. This time tomorrow night, we could be dealing with dangerous roads, several inches of snow on the ground, and bitter cold temperatures. A winter storm warning goes into effect late tomorrow morning for much of Kentucky. Meteorologist Evan Hatter has the latest on this severe weather alert day. Evan?
That's right. Still watching the potential for that snow to begin to move in as early as sometime tomorrow morning. At this rate, though, outside right now, all is quiet as we head through the overnight hours. I-64 at Moorhead, a pleasant drive right now. We actually take you back. We have a winter storm warning in effect for everybody, every single person in the viewing area under that winter storm warning in that pink color as we head into from tomorrow through tomorrow night. One more camera view to show you this evening. London Corbin Airport, they're already at 40. Those temperatures continue to drop as we've headed through the nighttime hours, and we're going to continue to see that. Highs today got up into the 50s, many of us down into the 40s and already upper 30s. And you notice as you head toward Lexington, they're already below freezing. That's headed our way. Even with clouds moving in, so's the cold air. We're going to be down into the upper 20s for overnight lows tonight, even with those clouds on the increase. I'll have the latest on timing and totals coming up in just a few minutes. Steve?
All right, Evan, thank you. Power crews say they are ready to deal with whatever happens tomorrow. Kentucky Power and Jackson Energy cooperative officials say their trucks are serviced and gassed up, along with in-house and contract workers on standby if the snow does knock out power. They say if your power does go out, try to be patient.
If it's a drier snow, then we should fare pretty well. It's the wet, heavy snows that weigh down lines that cause problems for us. So fingers crossed that we are in good shape for the rest of this week.
If it starts getting cold in your house, officials say to try and bundle up more and to avoid using space heaters if you can, because they consume the most energy. We will have snow coverage and the latest closings on the WYMT News app. We already have more than 50 closings. If you have not downloaded the app, just take a picture of the code on your screen with your phone. This will take you to a link to our news app that you can download. You can always find the latest closings and delays there, along with breaking news alerts. We encourage you to download both the WYMT News and weather apps. And of course, we'll also have the latest here online and on social media. Well, despite challenges and tragedies Kentucky has faced in the last year, Governor Andy Beshear says the state of the Commonwealth is strong. Tonight, he delivered his State of the Commonwealth address, where he called on lawmakers to focus on bettering Kentucky, continuing economic momentum, and avoiding anger or division. Chad Hedrick has a recap.
Our Commonwealth is strong. It is strong because we are strong.
Signs of optimism from Governor Beshear Wednesday night after a year of adversity, saying despite the challenges in 2021, Kentucky is not backing down.
We care deeply for one another. And while they may knock us down, no tornado, no pandemic, no flood, no ice storm can break us, because we do not break.
This is the third legislative session in a row to be impacted by the pandemic. Last year, the governor's address was virtual. In his address Wednesday, he says Kentucky has the tools to defeat the virus and encourages everyone to use them.
Right now, people can drive or even walk to multiple locations where they can receive free of charge COVID testing or a vaccination or a booster. Get your booster.
After the address, House and Senate Republican leaders were asked specifically about the pandemic as cases rise at record rates.
Naturally, you're going to be alarmed. I think both of us have advocated that individuals need to take the shots. People need to realize this is here, and we're going to have to deal with it. We're going to have to move forward. We can't sit back and quarantine and stay in the house and not live. We've got to get out and move this economy, move this state, move our education systems forward.
That was Chad Hedrick reporting. As the governor ended his speech tonight, he called on lawmakers to continue the unity that we've seen in the last few weeks after the tornadoes. House Speaker David Osborne says he, Senate President Stivers, and Governor Beshear have had conversations, especially in the last few weeks, regarding recovery from the severe weather. A man is behind bars after police say he left his 1-month-old baby in a running car for more than an hour without supervision. Police arrested 28-year-old Charles William Chamberlain near London yesterday afternoon. Police say they were called to look into a person who was acting out of control. When they arrived, police say they found Chamberlain to be under the influence. It was while they were arresting Chamberlain that they discovered the 1-month-old baby in the car. Chamberlain is charged with public intoxication and endangering the welfare of a minor. The search continues for a Perry County father and daughter reported missing to Kentucky State Police. 69-year-old Dale Williams and his 43-year-old daughter Misty Williams were last seen on January 3rd. Dale was wearing a black jacket and blue jeans, and Misty was wearing a white shirt with blue jeans. KSP is actively searching for the two.
We also have shared the post as well on our post Facebook page. It's under Trooper Gayhart. You can go on there and you can make an anonymous tip or comment on that post as well.
KSP did find the family's car on Monday, but there's been no new evidence since then. West Virginia State Police are investigating an officer-involved shooting that took place in Mingo County yesterday afternoon, taking the life of one man. It followed a police chase involving a flatbed truck that began in Pike County. Marley Pinchot spoke with the victim's cousin following the deadly shooting. He says he's not talked to him in 10 years, but he says he was still family who will be missed.
The rush of traffic mixed with police sirens Tuesday, forcing drivers to hit the brakes. Kentucky State Police say they responded to a call of a stolen vehicle. It happened to be an international flatbed truck stolen from Mingo County. Kentucky troopers say when they came in contact with the driver of the vehicle, they drove off and struck a marked cruiser. State Police with Kentucky say a pursuit took place after that, which traveled through several communities of Pike County. Troopers say the chase eventually stopped once the driver entered into Edgerton, West Virginia. According to a social media post from the Mingo County Sheriff's Office, following the pursuit, there was an officer-involved shooting in the Lynn area that did include one of the suspects from the pursuit. According to West Virginia State Police, Robert Lee Daniels Jr. of Freeburn, Kentucky, died following the officer-involved shooting.
We can see the blue light from over there.
Freeburn's cousin, who did not want to be shown on camera, says he was stopped in traffic following the aftermath of the officer-involved shooting.
It kind of hurt me, but nothing we can do.
A missing piece of his family, he says, will be missed.
That was Marley Pinchot reporting. The officer-involved shooting is being investigated by the West Virginia State Police. We are working to find out more about the events that led up to the shooting. Betsy Lane Elementary in Floyd County canceled classes to celebrate the life of a longtime teacher today. Christine Hamilton was in her 30th year as a teacher's aide at Betsy Lane Elementary when she died of a non-COVID related illness. Hamilton even continued to work through the illness for a month before missing her first day of class in her 30 years at BLE and died shortly after. Hamilton's co-workers say her zeal for life and eagerness to love the children she interacted with made her a joy to work with and a close friend.
She was always greeting them with a smile. She knew each one of them by name, not just the children in her room, but all over the school. She would pick up the slack anywhere it was needed in the school. She was just always corralling them in the hallway and being funny and laughing with them, and she talked to them as if they were her own children.
BLE faculty and staff say Hamilton will be part of the Bobcat family forever. Martin County Judge Executive Victor Sloan announced last month that he would not run for election this year because the cancer he previously battled had returned, and less than 1 month later, he died, leaving a community to mourn a loss while celebrating a man they say always moved them forward. WYMT's Buddy Forbes has more from his final trip through the town he served for nearly 2 decades.
a man with passion and purpose.
Victor's optimism was so contagious. You just couldn't help but get on board with something that he believed in.
Devoted to serving the Martin County community he called home.
He was passionate. He loved our people. He loved his calling to be a teacher and then a servant leader here.
Victor Sloan stepped into the role of judge executive during a time of need for his community last year. With nearly 20 years as a magistrate, a background in education and coaching, and a lifetime of building relationships and connections.
Victor made an impact. We've had calls in this office from groups across the state that worked with Victor, that knew him, and he brought a smile to people's faces.
Those who love him say his entire life's work was about creating and seizing opportunity.
His whole mindset and the way that he lived his life for me and what I witnessed was, let's be part of the solution.
Something he worked toward even in his last days, as he battled cancer before dying Sunday.
We honor him by the way that we have learned things from him and can live those out. And that is simply being to love our community, to serve our community, and to leave a legacy.
And though friends and family gathered to say goodbye Wednesday, the work he began is far from over.
Victor would be mad at us if we let up now, so we're going to do our part to carry out his vision to fruition.
As the legacy he leaves,
we're hoping and looking for good things for Martin County here in the future.
Lives on in those who push forward in his memory. In Martin County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
Deputy Judge Colby Kirk says Sloan was dedicated to family, community, tourism, and economic development, including adventure tourism efforts and preservation projects. Those efforts, Kirk said, will continue in his memory. Coming up on Mountain News at 11, just like the Commonwealth, COVID-19 cases are skyrocketing across the nation. Why health experts are worried it will still get worse.
And I've got the latest from Future View on timing and totals as more snow heads our way, coming right up. Don't go away.
So if I buy this today, I get free service for life? Something like that.